What up, PB Cashewville? It's your boy Cashew, and today we have a different type of episode. We are going to be talking about cloning yourself. It's going to be an interesting one, and I'm very excited for it. Hit it. What up, PB Cashewville? It's your boy Cashew, and we're on another episode of PB and Cashew. And this episode, like I said, is going to be talking about having a clone. Now, you're probably wondering, why are you randomly bringing this up, or what made you have this conversation, or what made you thought about this conversation? Well, let me give you a little background story. Sunday at night, Sunday, it was night. I think it was like around 7 or 8 o'clock at night. I was at McDonald's with a couple friends. I was craving McDonald's. I was the one that said, can we go to McDonald's? And I said, yes. I was hanging out with my brother, Jose, my friend Jared, my friend Jalen, and my friend Lauren. Now, we were all eating our food, and we were having a good time talking. And then Jalen asked this question, what would you guys do if you had a clone? And I thought to myself, that would be a good conversation to have in this PB and Cashew episode. Sadly, PB is not here, and I wish he was, because if PB was here, it would have been more easier to have a conversation with him, and I feel like this episode would have been so much more funnier, because me and PB, one thing about me and PB is we go hand in hand, he understands me, we both are witty. So, PB, if you're watching this, I miss you, buddy. Please hurry up and come back. Sorry, I just had to tell it to PB. Anyways, let's talk about what would I do if I had a clone. But actually, before I do say that, leave a comment of what you would do if you had a clone. Leave a comment, and in the next episode, probably, I will read back the comment, and I will talk about that comment. But anyways, let's go to this conversation. If I had a clone, I think the first thing I'll do if I had a clone is I'll send my clone to my jobs, Chick-fil-A and Belemo. Let me tell you why. Don't get me wrong, I like working. I don't mind working, but I am tired. Having 2 jobs is tiring. So if I could have a clone and I could send them to both my jobs while I could relax myself, I would love to do that. Because I just need time to relax. I don't get a break. I'm working almost Monday through Saturday. And then Sunday I go to church, which is cool. And, and I do things, so I just need time for myself. So if I did have a clone, I would send it to my job so I can have time for myself. I think a second thing I would do if I had a clone is I would talk to him about my thoughts. And I feel like if I had a clone, he will understand my thoughts because he's literally the exact person. He's literally me. So my thought process would be his thought process. So if I tell him something, he's going to understand. Which I'm not saying I don't talk to people and people don't understand me, because I do talk to people and they do understand how I feel. But I feel like having a clone who's exactly yourself can make it easier for you, because you can express your feeling towards him, because he'll understand, or her, because they'll understand you. Your clone will understand you. I feel like if I had a clone, he will understand me. Now, a con of having a clone is he probably will start thinking that he's the real you. Since he's probably like, oh, you're sending me to your job, and then you're doing, while you're relaxing, I'm basically you. And you know what might happen? I've seen this in shows and cartoons. Don't judge me, but he might try to eliminate me. He might say it's time for you to go and try to skedaddle me out of here. But I don't know. We can, I would never know, because we can't duplicate ourselves. We can't make a clone. But I feel like if I had a clone, he will probably get tired of me, and he will say, you're not the real you no more, and he'll try to can me. I think another thing I'll do with my clone is, if I ever want to play video games and, play co-op video games, he'll be there, and he'll be like, okay, let's play co-op video games, and I think it'll be a good time. Another thing I feel like I'll do with my clone, have a podcast. Talk about things like sports, and, I feel like if PB had a clone, he'll do the same thing, have a podcast. So I feel like, me personally, having a clone will help me a lot. Like, not help me a lot, it'll be fun. I feel like having a clone will be fun. And I wonder if me and him will have a lot of arguments at the same time. I would never know. But that's just my process of what I would do if I had a clone. like I said, leave a comment on what you guys would do if you had a clone. And, just tell me. And like I said, maybe in the next episode, I'll look at the comments and I'll read it, or I'll talk about it, what you guys said. I feel like this was a cool episode to do. Like I said, I wish PB was here. So I feel like if PB was here, it would have been more interactive. We would be probably making jokes a lot. But like we always say before we end the show, we don't know you, but we love you. And there's a God above that does. I'm Cashew. Peace out, PB Cashewville.